This is what a food processor is good for. And now we're going to add some sugar and about 4 tablespoons of, why don't you give me a spatula there,
Okay.
of melted and cooled butter. So butter goes in to bind all of this. So there's our butter. And now we're just going to whip that up and get that all pulverized. So now that we have that, I'm going to stop this, and we're going to put this into a springform pan. Not a springform pan, a tart pan. I'm thinking springform because you just got done with springform pan. But this is a 9-inch tart pan with a removable bottom. And this goes together very easily. We're going to take out these crumbs and dump them right here, right into our shell. And now we want to pat that in. So why don't you go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Start patting in that and get it up the sides so it's really up the sides. You want to make sure that it's even. Press it down so it's really in there. And let it go for about, 8-10 minutes. It should look just nicely browned. So you go ahead and put that in.
All right.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here in the kitchen today because you're a lot of help.
Well, normally I'm washing the dishes, so this is a big treat.
And I'm going to put this back here. And by the magic of course, cooking in this kitchen, we have a shell. You see how nice and firm it is now. And you want it to cool down.
Okay.
You want it to cool down because now we have to do the filling for this, which begins with your ricotta cheese. There it is. I'm going to add some mascarpone to it as well. So there's the ricotta. And instead of doing that with a ricer, we're going to do it with a hand mixer. So you want to get this going and get that smooth. And while I'm doing that, why don't you put in the
Sure.
Put in the mascarpone.
All at one time? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 1/2 cup of mascarpone, which is a full-fat cheese.
Makes it really creamy.
Makes it really creamy. And then on that tray over there, if you could just behind you, you see over there I've got some stuff. If you get that over here, you had so many things going on in my kitchen, I didn't have room for my own stuff. So now that we have that mixed,
Move this
why
up
don't
here.
you give me the sugar?
Okay.
I'm going to lower that. This is confectioner's sugar. It's going to make that nice and light. The problem with making cheesecakes in general is that you over whip them. You put too much air in them, and then that's why they crack on the top. So if you don't over whip, it'll be fine. Here we have 2 whole eggs and 1 egg yolk. That goes in. And could you measure me out a teaspoon of that Fior di Sicilia? Right here. This is a product that I absolutely love in cheesecakes. It's a citrus flavoring. And when you smell it, take a smell of it. Doesn't it smell like Sicily?
Yeah.
It smells just like Sicily.
That's wonderful. Got
So put it right in
All
here.
right.
A teaspoon. I wish the folks at home could smell that because it's smelling beautiful. And that's about all I'm going to do for mixing. And the last thing I want to do is add this zest. So orange zest. Get that in.
Get this out of your way.
And now we put the zest in. This is a really easy cheesecake. And we mix this in.
That's my speed, so that's perfect.
This is simple. And this is beautiful with your ricotta. It's going to taste even better than what you get in the store. So now you can bring over that shell, because this has to go back in the oven. We have to cook this until it sets. So we started on 350 degrees to bake the shell, but now what we want to do is reduce the temperature to 325. That's another mistake that people make who make cheesecake, is they bake it at too high a temperature. But if you bake it slowly at 325, it'll come out much better, creamier, and it will not crack on top. I get all that out of there, Cyril, because it's just too good
for me to lick?
waste.
What's the matter?
Well, it's got raw egg in there. I
All
don't
right.
think you want to do that. But it fits that beautifully. And now we need to put it on a bake sheet.
Okay.
So let me get out that bake sheet that we had. and fit it right on there without the tray. Without the tray.
Thank you.
Okay. And this goes into the bottom oven.